Hello, it is I, your boy Gomi, and we are back with another UFC fight night. Back to the Apex with UFC Vegas 96. Oh boy, we're getting close to the 100th Apex card. When is that in? I think it's in November, right? They got to do something special for UFC Apex 100, right? Right? But yes, we're looking at our fight nights. I will be perfect. Oh, and it's also the Tough season finale. I don't know who's watching Tough anymore. It's basically just a worse version of the Contender series. I don't know why UFC just doesn't understand what made Tough so good. It was not just the fights. It was seeing them live in a house together and seeing the stupid things they do, like getting drunk and almost killing each other multiple times. Like they just don't get it. They honestly don't understand. It's literally just a lesser version of Contender series. It's a more bloated version. But oh well, I digress. We're gonna be looking at this fight night. I will be honest with you, it is indeed a card. This has a lot of pretty low level matchups that to be perfectly honest with you, the UFC has a little bit of a problem with these fight nights. I've harped on it quite a bit, but all I'll say is me and my boys for years would watch every single fight night. Every Saturday we go over somebody's house and watch the fight nights. Now it's really just only the pay-per-views, and even then not everyone shows up, and it's really just me watching them by my lonesome. UFC's just not doing so hot right now, but hopefully it'll be turned around, but it just won't be this card. So let's get into it. It's going to be Wang Kong versus Victoria Leonardo. Again, I've harped on the road to UFC fighters. I got proven horribly wrong the last time out, but Kong has really good striking. So the grappling is surprising. She's just a very well-established kickboxer who's been around for a little bit, knows how to strike, which is very good. Not a ton of pop on her shots, to be perfectly honest with you, which is why, again, no, it's a little bit of a cop-out, but I don't see much of a finish in this women's MMA fight. Notice I have not said much about Victoria Leonardo because Victoria Leonardo is just not that good. I don't have much nice things to say about her. She's just not that good, to be perfectly honest with you. She got knocked out by Natalia Silva, which is just not a good look. Been knocked out by Melissa Gatto, knocked out by Manon Fiore. There's a high chance she gets knocked out by Wang Kong, to be honest with you. But I'm going to stick with my guns just because Wang Kong, I don't know, at the UFC level, I don't know if I like her finishing ability. Like I said, very established kickboxer overall, but only one knockout to her. So yeah, give me Wang Kong to get it on a decision. Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Why doesn't she have a picture? What? Why does she not have a picture? Jacqueline Cavalcanti going up against Josiana Nunes. Yeah, I gotta go Nunes with this one. Nunes is a little pit bull. She is tiny. She is so tiny, but she is just a brute in there. She forces grappling exchanges. She swings hooks. She hits pretty hard, and she's got some really good pressure. Really trying to push a pace on you overall. Cavalcanti, on the other hand, she fights at a sparring pace. I don't know how much I like Cavalcanti, to be honest with you, in this spot. She has some knockouts, she has some decisions, but that's really all I gotta say about her. I don't know. I forgot to look at the odds. I keep forgetting to do that. I don't know why my brain just turns it off. Cavalcanti is actually a -192 favorite. I like Josiana Nunes. I like Josiana Nunes way better in that position. Also, Kong Wang is -1,000. That's disgusting. Stop that. Tom Nolan last week did not look like a -1,300. I'll say that. I'm glad I did not put any money on that. But yes, I like Josiana Nunes to get done by decision. Vyacheslav Borislavkos versus James Lantop. I like Slavkos in this spot, but Slavkos burnt me pretty bad. When he went up against Chase Hooper, I was confident it would either be a Hooper submission, which it was, or it would be Slavkos just destroying him on the feet. It was a Hooper submission while Hooper also destroyed him on the feet, dropped them. Sure, Slavokov maybe had no respect for Chase Hooper's striking whatsoever, and to be fair, Chase Hooper's striking is pretty but still, like, he dropped them. He won every aspect, so that scares me. Lion Top, on the other hand, he's a decent kickboxer with no power. Simple as that. I know he's got a lot of knockouts, but that's not the UFC level. On the Contender Series and also his UFC debut, he did not look that good. He didn't have a lot of pop on his shots. Slavokov should definitely win this if it's standing, but I am not putting a ton of faith in him, to be perfectly honest with you. Minus 238, I think, is a little too high after that awful last performance, but he should definitely get it done, and probably by KO. Zachary Reese versus Jose Medina. I'm not gonna stifle with this. Zachary Reese should get it done by decision. Maybe a KO, maybe, but Medina's just too much of a tank. If you watched Medina, who got a contract off a loss, I don't know why he got a contract off for, like, a bad loss too. Like, he was kind of decimated, absolutely annihilated, to be perfectly honest with you. He just kept yelling, "Come on," and he just kept getting annihilated. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not picking Jose Medina. He's gonna get his ass beat. Zachary should take this easily. Zachary should be a very high favorite. Yes, minus 500. Reese to get it done by, man, if he didn't get knocked out by the Magomed fight, I don't know if he is. So yeah, give me Zachary Reese by a decision. The submission's there, but give me by decision. Danny Silva versus Dennis Bazooka. Bazooka has let me down in almost every single one of his fights that I've had to date, I believe. Has he, like, not let me down in any of these fights? What is Bazooka? There he is. Let's see. Yeah, every single fight. No, but it's only been 2. But yes, each of those fights I took him to get a finish. I took him to get a finish because I liked what I saw. I liked his striking. I liked his power. He ended up not getting finishes in any of those fights. All of them went the distance. Well, 2 of them. But still, I think he's solid. It's just that Silva, he's more of a ruthless wrestler with high pressure, while Bazooka's a solid striker, and he's very intelligent in the clinch. I'm leaning slightly towards Silva, I believe. Yeah, I'm going to lean towards Silva. I'm going to lean for him to get it done by decision, but not a high confidence pick. Let's see. Silva's minus 245. Wow, a lot of people have some high confidence in him. I'll give him minus 150, to be honest with you. But yep, definitely take Danny Silva. Is this main card? Oh, we're on to the main card. Edmund the Golden Boy Shabazian versus GM3. I've been burnt a lot by GM3 lately. I really have. And I don't like Edmund Shabazian, but he's been reverse burning me. Yes, Shabazian lost to some decent guys, Nasruddin, Hermanson, Brunson, but I just still ain't sold on him. But also GM3's kind of old. GM3 just doesn't have it anymore. Yeah, he beat Brian Barberena, but like it's Brian Barberena. Andre Petrosky and Joe Pfeiffer, he had some pretty poor showings against both of them. I don't know. This is the kind of guy who GM3 could get that round 3 submission that he always gets against, but Edmund Shabazian has been looking really solid. He's been improving his striking overall, improving his power. I was convinced AJ Dobson would take him out. He took him out in 1 round. I can see him probably doing the same, honestly, to GM3. We saw GM3 going up against Joe Pfeiffer and got destroyed in 1 round. I could honestly see Edmund Shabazian doing that. So I'm going to be going Shabazian by TKO haphazardly. But I'm going to regret not taking GM3 like I always do, except when he fought Joe Pfeiffer. And now on to Neil Magny versus Michael Morales. Neil Magny, the eternal gatekeeper, trying to gatekeep once again against a touted welterweight prospect. Nothing against Neil Magny, but we need him out. We need him out. He keeps taking out these prospects. Like, Mike Malott tried to prove a point. got dumb, lost because of it. I don't know why. Like, Ian Gary proved the point, really could have finished him, and honestly the stock for Ian Gary really lowered from that fight, which kind of sucks. But I don't think Michael Morales would have that problem. Michael Morales is a very, very, very intelligent, very, very technical kickboxer. His boxing overall is very solid, and he's got good grappling defense. He has 91% takedown defense. Not a lot of people shot takedowns, but his grappling is high. He's very rounded, very well rounded, and he's an exciting prospect. I definitely want to see on the come up. I absolutely can see him finishing Neil Magny, but he did go long with Matthews and Griffin, which is not the best, to be perfectly honest with you. And the guys he did take out, I think, are not that good, to be honest with you. But Neil Magny, he always has the danger of his grappling in the clinch, and he always has the danger of the 80-inch reach spear in your face. Even though Michael Morales has really good reach, only 1 inch shorter than him, which usually many people are giving multiple inches to Magny, it's still always going to be an issue with that jab. That spearing jab he has could pose problems. But I still think Michael Morales should take this. I wrote down TKO. As I was talking, I was probably trying to talk myself honestly into a decision for Morales. Pretty confident in him, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it TKO. I'm gonna keep it TKO. Why not? Why not? Now let's look at the odds. Oh my god! Oh god! Nope. 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 No, minus 800. Nope. Minus 800 for Marias. Nope, don't bet that. Get that out of your face. Get that out of my face. And now is going to be the first of the tough fights. I did not watch this season of Tough at all, except I've watched each of their last fights. Valentin seems crazy. He has inklings of a Yuri Prohaska in both the fact that he is genuinely crazy and he fights pretty crazy. High pace, high pressure, and he can get some grappling, honestly. He can get some grappling in there. I like Valentin. Meanwhile, Ryan Loader is a basic grappler, grindy, lay and pray. Not lay and pray, but like he'll clinch up, he'll get you in the ground. He's not really a high finishing prospect. I'm just going to go with Valentin. But tough fights are very volatile to tell who wins. I lean towards Valentin. The other tough fight currently right now is not concluded. It's not happened yet, so I don't know what it is, so I'm not talking about it. All I know is that it's Khan Ofili, and I don't know who's next. That's going to be the featherweight fight. And now on to the co-main event of the evening. My God, this is an apex delight now, isn't it? Angela Hill is going to be taking on Tabitha Ritchie. Angela Hill has double-digit losses. She's 40 freaking years old. Wait, how old is she actually? 40, right? 39. Jesus. Yeah, she's looked better than ever before. Outside of the loss to Mackenzie Dern, like Angela Hill's been looking good. She's been dispatching a lot of these weaker oppositions. She was on a really bad losing streak, and then she started beating some decent names like Loopy, Emily, Denise Gomes. I think she can take out a Tabitha Ritchie, because the main problem with Tabitha Ritchie, good old baby shark, is she just doesn't have good striking. We saw Lupi Godinez was able to beat her out in the striking realm, hence why I picked the Lupi to win her last fight, but it just didn't happen. Tabitha Ritchie's striking is just not that good if it's underneath Lupi's, to be honest with you, and that's the thing about Angela Hill. Angela Hill will just pepper you to death. I think she's now third or fourth place now, but she at one point had the second most significant strikes in the whole UFC, only behind Max Holloway. I think Sean Strickland overtook her, honestly. And she still has one of the highest total strikes, I think only behind GSP and Holloway. Yeah, she throws volume for days, volume for absolute days, and she will piece her apart. She's got no power, but she's got decent takedown defense, high volume. I can see you're just peppering Richie. If Richie doesn't get to the ground, easy Angela Hill decision. If Richie can get to the ground, it's not even easy, like, it's not even an easy submission, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm going to be leaning towards, I'm going to lean towards Angela Hill. I think Hill. Definitely Hill decision. And on to the main event of the evening. A middleweight matchup between Jared, who got robbed, Cannonier versus Caio Borralho from the Fighting Nerds. This is a good matchup. This is a great fight on the card. And oh God, is one I don't know. So, middleweight matchup. Jared Cannonier is going to be 40 years old. 40 years old. 17 wins, 7 losses, 10 knockouts, 2 submissions, 5'11" in terms of height, switch stance. 77.5-inch reach advantage. He's got some long arms. A 0.47 takedown average. A 56.14% significant strike accuracy. Plus 170 underdog. Significance over Marvin Vettori, Sean Strickland, by the way, Derek Brunson, and Kelvin Gastelum. And you guys know me. If it's a hard robbery, I don't put that as a significant win. He beat Strickland. He beat Strickland the same way Dricus Du Plessis beat Strickland. He won. He won that fight. Stop deluding yourself, think he didn't. It's because of Strickland's awful style that easily lets him lose, basically. Well, lose on the judges' scorecards. I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything more. But yes, he definitely beat Strickland. Caior Borralho is gonna be 31 years of age, 16 wins, 1 loss. Jesus, man. 5 knockouts, 4 submissions, 6'1" in terms of height, southpaw stance, 75-inch reach, disadvantage, a 1.99 takedown average, a significant strike accuracy, a 68.36%, minus 200 favorite. Significant wins over Paul Craig, Abus Magomedov, and Michal Oleńczyczuk. Man, this is a hard one. Cannonier has a lot of advantages. His leg kicks will be a good advantage. His switch stance is very good. When he goes southpaw, it really opens up those calf kicks, which is something he did to a decent effect on Marvin Vettori. He also has some good power to him, but some issues with Jared Cannonier is it's been said and revealed that even though he's a switch stance fighter, his defense in southpaw is a lot to be desired, especially when throwing those calf kicks. He's getting older as well, too. I think he's getting a little bit chinnier. He's been getting rocked and hurt in each of these fights. The fact they got hurt by Marvin Vettori in the first round of their fight is a big red flag. Big red flag. The age just catching up with him in his chin. But I do think he's powerful. But the thing is, again, I don't know. I think he's got the technical skills and everything. I just think it's his body decaying him. But I really do like Jared Cannonier overall. And I like his skill set. I still think he could get some top wins in the middleweight division, and I definitely think he was up on the scorecards in the Imavov fight, and literally just one shift in momentum, and the ref called that fight too early. So, now in terms of Caio Borralho, Fighting Nerds is on fire. You have to be insane, absolutely insane to be picking against the Fighting Nerds currently. Have they been losing it all? Who in the Fighting Nerds gym has lost recently? Fighting Nerds is just on fire, and Caio Borralho is no exception. Caio Borralho has very solid striking, very solid grappling. He's extremely good on the ground, but he's been leaning towards decisions a lot, and that's the main concern I have about this fight. Is he's not been the 5 rounds, while Cannonier has been 5 rounds, while exceeding the most amount of significant strikes thrown in middleweight history across 5 rounds, and he didn't look tired at all doing it. So the cardio issue being in his first main event can be a problem with Borralho. He's never struggled with cardio before, but he's never been 5 rounds before. Borralho really wants to get this fight to the ground, though, and that's the thing. Cannonier can be gun-shy, especially when there's the takedown threat that Borralho possesses. I know Cannonier has not really gotten subbed. He's been up there with guys like Glover Teixeira and not been subbed. But it's always going to be there, and there's a first time for everything, i.e. Izzy getting subbed last Saturday. So Borralho is extremely dangerous. This is a hard fight to say. I definitely think the odds are well priced. I like Cannonier. I want to root for Cannonier, and like my brain feels Cannonier, but my gut's leaning towards Borralho. Just because I feel the takedown threat's going to open him up and make Cannonier more gun-shy and reserved, which will allow Borralho to strike with him more. But again, he's not finishing guys at the higher level that he's been at. Abus Magomedov and Mihad are not even like higher level, to be honest with you, but he didn't finish Abus, he didn't finish Muradov, he didn't finish Petrosian. I don't know if he'll finish Cannonier, and if it goes 5 rounds, I want to lean towards Cannonier unless Borralho puts on an absolute clinic on him. So I don't know, it's a very hard fight for me. This is a very good matchup. I'm going to what did I even write down? I don't think I even wrote anything down. I didn't. I said, Gomi, you figure it out later. Talk yourself into something. I think I'm going to say, you know what? The fighters I like have been losing. I mean, I like Borralho, but the fighters I like more have all been losing. So let's go Borralho. Borralho decision. I don't see him submitting him. Part of me was leaning towards that. I don't know if he'll knock him out. Cannonier's too good to get knocked out, in my honest opinion. I don't think he will have knocked him out. I'm going to be going with Caior Borralho to get done decision. And that has been all for UFC Apex 96. Unfortunately, we have this card, and next week is also a very, very aggressively mid card. I think we have a break, and then we got the Spear card, which looks good, but not as good as it should, especially for how much it's hyped. But oh well, we'll talk about that when we talk about it. Once again, this has been your boy Gomi. Bye bye.